Welcome to the Arizona Wildcat Show, brought to you by Fry's Food Stores. Arizona basketball coach Sean Miller met with the media on Monday and updated the status of Allonzo Trier. Trier will be a game-time decision when the Wildcats take on Washington State Thursday in Pullman. Here's what Miller had to say.
When's Allonzo going to have that X-ray, or has he, and what's your...
He did today, and the feedback is that he's really improving, and it'll be, I think, more of a game-time decision on Wednesday, and the same thing on Saturday. It will depend on how he continues to progress in practice, and how he plays with protection. Because initially, even though we're going to give him in and around that 4 weeks of healing, I think when you sense the importance of the remainder of the year for him, for our team, you don't want to jeopardize his ability to be with us for the long haul, because we, cheated him, so to speak, out of 5 to 7 days of healing, and that potentially could put him at risk if he fell. But he's made a lot of strides, as we knew he would, and if he can string together a couple good days here and show us that he can play without renewed pain, and we move into Wednesday and then we move into Saturday, there's a chance he could play.
So will he go fully in practice today, or do you have any restrictions on him?
He has some restrictions, but he'll do more today than he has in the last 3 weeks.
So back to Allonzo, sorry, but with that being his shooting hand, how does the protection, are you concerned about the way it might affect his shooting, or how does that, is it like going to be a minimal thing, or could it?
He's already shooting.
Yeah.
And he's shown us that he can shoot. That's one of the first things that starts to come back. It's more along the lines of the things you can't control. And it's really how he got hurt. Your wrist gets jammed against somebody around the basket, or you fall down, or driving to the rim. He's a very physical player, so he drives the ball and falls down and uses that hand to break the fall. Those are the things that the last phase of his healing, from what I've been told, put him at risk. So some of the initial things that you want to see come back have already come back. He's able to work out on his own, catch the ball, shoot the ball. At first, he was able to do it with a little discomfort. Now he has almost no discomfort, which is a great sign. And we want that to continue. And what could set that back is what I said, and that is contact out there with 9 other players that potentially could put him at risk. So we're close to the end. We just want to make sure. And if we play him, it's because that period of time has come. If we don't play him, that's what will cause us to wait an extra week. But I would anticipate that when we return back home against UCLA, unless he would have a setback, that at that point, I think that would be over 4 weeks, 4.5 weeks at that point, that he would really have a great opportunity to rejoin us and practice full contact, etc.
One other thing I was just curious about Allonzo, he is from Seattle. Does that add, I know he's anxious to get in anyway, but does that add anything, and do you have to kind of put the brakes on him and make sure he sees the bigger picture?
Yeah, no, Allonzo, he would have played almost like with the cast on his right hand if you would have let him the next day. He loves the game. He's a tremendous worker, cares a lot about his team, and like I said, when you asked me the question when he got hurt, is there a silver lining in this? No, there isn't. I could spin it, and there's nothing good about him missing 8 games or whatever that he's missed. We're a better team overall with him on our team. Everybody knows that, but those are the circumstances, and the good news is we're getting to the end of the road here without him, and in the next period of time it's going to be hard to judge him when he comes back, because there's going to be a grace period of him playing 5-on-5 and the game, all the things that happen. For a freshman, when you stop playing, a lot of things continue without you. So there's going to be probably an awkward period of time when he starts playing, but I think eventually we'll hit our stride when he comes back.
So doctors kind of cleared him to play. It's just a matter of if you guys see pain, or Justin, or how, what?
They've cleared him to do more on a daily basis, wanting to see how he reacts to more, but we still hold him out of certain segments because of what I had mentioned.
I'm just wondering, when you say game time decisions, does that mean you go through shoot around and Justin makes the final call, or you guys together? How does that work?
I think, judging him today, Monday, tomorrow, Tuesday, talking to him about does he have any additional pain, looking at how he's doing, letting him go through shoot around on Wednesday, and then as we prepare for the game, figuring out, can we play him 8 minutes? Is he able to play, yes or no? And then if the answer is no, then we'll do the same thing as Wednesday comes and goes, because when you're 3.5 weeks, there's a huge difference when you get 5 or 6 more days of healing. So as we get closer to Saturday, we'll ask ourselves and Allonzo that same question.
Try this matchup. Low prices and faster checkout. You can count on it at Fry's.